GlamStarLife.
Too sweet, she's so damn cold, but not from the weather, it's pretty chill outside tonight. Oh my god, now what do I do? I began, where did the loving go from me?
Chloe Hawkins, 22, live in San Francisco. I'm moving to LA, back to LA soon. I am the co-founder of GlamStarLife and GlamStarLife Clothing.
Alright, I'm Christopher Cavalier. What was your biggest inspiration coming into this thing? What inspired you the most?
You know, my biggest thing was basically when I think about the San Francisco music scene, a lot of it's kind of died out since I was younger. I remember when I was 16, it was going off here. I mean, it was like, we had so many different venues. I mean, all the time we had concerts. There's like always stuff going on to do. And ever since then, a lot of our venues have gotten shut down. There's like not as many places for kids to hang out. Like you hear more and more crime happening with teens, and I thought, you know, something has to be done. There has to be like something more positive that kids can, you know, reflect on, have something to do, something they can meet other positive kids at. So that's what really pushed me to work on this project, GlamStarLife. Yeah.
You know, what I see mostly in this industry right now is that I see a lot of us not understanding each other. This generation would seem like something that we would be more close into, but I guess TV and music, the brainwashing music, I would say, not the good music, kind of just keeps our youth locked in. What do we have to do to kind of get out of that? I mean, as young adults in our generation, what do we do that's so different?
Actually, I think a lot of that has to do with the media. That's like a very big thing, is because a lot of kids that, like, you know, they live out in, like, you know, or, sorry for the language, or, you know, in the middle of Ohio, or, you know, anywhere, you know, basically, like, their day consists, they wake up, maybe their friends will come over, you know, watch MTV and VH1 and, like, all these things, like, all day long, and, like, to them, like, these people, like, are, like, idols to them. These rappers, like, these musicians, like, all these people, like, they're, like, God. They're, like, total rock stars to them, and that's, like, who they idolize. That's who they want to be like, and, you know, I really feel like age is just like pushing lower and lower. I mean, like, younger girls are having to be like way more provocative now. Like, you know, you see people like Miley Cyrus and, you know, these people, and they're like 16, and I'm just like, geez, I remember when I was 16, I wasn't like dancing on the pole. But you know, like, that definitely comes out. I mean, that's what the kids are watching, and, you know, same thing with like a lot of rap. There's, you know, a lot. I think it's really changed a lot since the 90s. You know, like the way the whole hip hop scene like used to be. I think it was like a lot more positive, and now it's just becoming more about, I think, like more politics and, you know, this and that and different games and that. That's what kids are watching. So I think that's a very big thing. That's why I want to do something to be more of a positive influence, to show that, yeah, you can go out, you can have fun, you can party, you can hang out with your friends, but, you know, always stay focused on what the goal is. Also, I'm launching my own line of events called Chloe Hawkins Presents, which is bands basically play, show, and then we have DJs, and it turns into like a dance party kind of event. So it's very different than the normal concert. Basically, it's like you get everything you want. You can go to a show, and then afterwards you have DJs, and it's like a dance party, and, you know, you have that extra time to ask that girl for her phone number that you wanted to holler at earlier, but you didn't have the guts. Now you can. Like I always say, like I said before, you know, you can work hard, you can play hard, but just set your goals, you know. Yeah, that actually just made me think we have a band that we're all about that. we actually sponsor. They're called Set Your Goals at some of the bands.
Nice.
Yeah, it's just funny. I totally just dropped their line. Their
Set
band
your
name.
goals.
Set
Check
your
it out.
goals.
Set your goals.
They're from
Check
San
them out.
Francisco. They're coming up really big. Yeah.
Right on. You know, I think it's a good thing that now we have a lot of local and then, you know, some young inspiring people coming
Yeah.
into. You kind of have a passion. We already talked about it a little bit. Makeup.
Makeup.
You know, I see a lot of girls going to these cosmetology schools. It's a great thing. I think it's a wonderful thing now. With you, with makeup, you kind of just, you had someone to kind of, you know, you put you and kind of mold you into that business aspect as well.
Yeah, absolutely. She's basically she's a lot to me. Her name's Joanna. I can't get into a bunch of names or last names or anything, but yeah, she really influenced me a lot. You know, when I was younger and I was 18, I was going through a lot. We've all been there. I had a really bad breakup with my first love, this boy. I was like engaged when I was 18, and it's crazy now. You know, now that I'm 22 years old, I'm kind of like, all right, like I'm glad that I didn't, you know, I didn't do that, but still, like, it hurt a lot. I mean, it happened when I first moved to LA, and you know, she really guided me and helped me get through the whole thing, gave me lots of advice. So not only was she like, you know, somebody that taught me a lot of skills in makeup industry, she taught me like, you know, well, you're gonna have your heartbreaks, but there's gonna be many other people, you're gonna meet many other guys. There's plenty of fish in the sea. It's California.
Right.
They're everywhere.
Right.
So
Speaking of that, do you have a boyfriend?
I'm seeing someone right now. He's also in a band, of course. He plays guitar in a band called The Devil's Affair.
Okay.
They're actually really good, so yeah. Yeah, for sure.
There you go. Now, I know we talked a little bit about GlamStarLife and the makeup business. What do you normally do when you're not in this GlamStarLife mode? Or are you...
When I'm not
is this
all about
kinda like,
this?
Yeah. Where is Chloe at? Where is she at right now? You know?
You know, usually like the wheels are always turning in my head whenever I'm not doing GlamStarLife, which is very rare because there's not a day that goes by where I'm not working on it some way, somehow, whether it's, you know, scouting new up and coming bands in Northern California or, you know, what have you. Usually like I'm out. Actually, I host events, so that like takes up time. I've done some stuff down the street. I've hosted some nights at Sloan nightclub at Blitz and Glitz. They do something once a month, and I've been doing a lot of promoting and stuff, which is really fun. I like doing the events because I'm like, okay, it's kind of like I can have a party, but it's not in my house, so my house doesn't get trashed, so I can be like, all right, everybody come over here, and you know, we have a good time. And there's not that many fun events in San Francisco anymore, so I really enjoy like doing these events and being able to, you know, book cool DJs and different hip hop artists and, you know, different stuff like that. So I'm starting this whole thing called Chloe Hawkins Presents, which is basically bringing back the music scene more into San Francisco, not just strictly indie music. You know what I'm talking about. When I say indie, I'm saying all the guys that have the big, you know, Abraham Lincoln beard, and all the girls are super, you know, they dress like grandmas. That whole grandma look, you know, it's like you raided my grandma's closet, you took her clothes and you ran out. But
that's why you got this school on fashion.
Yeah.